guys, welcome back to Messy and Beautiful. I'm Sarah Jane. Thanks for joining me today for another video. Thought I would do a B6 this is how you draw a calendar video. I was going to put this in my setup video, but I know a lot of people have asked how I do it, so I'm taking my book out the cover because it just makes it a bit easier to do this part. I'm starting in July. Whilst July has now nearly finished, I do want July in here. It's like a complete 6 months of planning, just because my calendars are going to run for the next 6 months, like after the new year, because I do forward plan. I have already got stuff planned in November, December. So by the time it gets to December, I will already have stuff planned for like May, June time, I imagine. So my calendars are pretty simple. I use a pen and a ruler, and that is all you need. I do use like stickers, washi tape and all the stuff to make it look pretty, but that's just my personal preference. So in keeping with the theme of my last planner, I have got from Rebel Ink Co. the months. I think these came from the Advent, but I'm pretty sure she probably sells them in the shop or something similar. And then I've got a sheet of brushed dates that are like the mini date dots, just so I can date every calendar as well. You don't have to do this. You can just, you know, number it yourself, whatever is easier for you. So I leave a line at the top because it just makes it even all the way down if you leave a line at the top and a line at the bottom. And then either side, I have gone through this before, but it was in the middle of a setup video, so it's not quite the same thing. So then on the left-hand side, I leave 1 space, and on the right-hand side, I leave 2 spaces, and I draw a line all the way across the top. And then I mirror that onto the other page. So I leave 2 spaces on the left-hand side and 1 space on the right-hand side. All this will do is give you even monthly even boxes for each day, and give you a column down the side that you can write whatever you want in. I use it for my goals generally. I've been a bit rubbish at goal tracking recently. So then going down, I go all the way down to the second to last one at the bottom. So there's a 1 square gap at the bottom, and I do the same thing on all 4 corners. This might actually be the shortest video I've ever done if I only do 1. Maybe I'll do 2 just to show you again. And go all the way down to the bottom of the page. So leave 1 space at the bottom. All the way down to the bottom and leave 1 square at the bottom. And then just box that off. So you've got 2 big boxes. This just makes it easier for me to know where I'm up to, and also for like cross-checking purposes to make sure. Now I use a slightly thinner pen. This is slightly thicker than what I normally use. I normally use a 0.3, but this is just what I had to hand. Because I like my calendar lines to be a bit thinner than the pen I'm actually writing with. So the next thing that I do is I do 5 boxes across and draw a vertical line. So 2, 3, 4, 5. And once you've done this a few times, you can kind of see through your last page so that you can, it makes it really easy just to repeat it on the next page. It'll only be that side that you need to like recount. But again, the more you do it, the quicker it gets. So just go 5 boxes all the way down and 5 boxes all the way down. So you end up with 4 columns in the first box. And then I do exactly the same thing on this side. So 5 boxes across, draw a line straight down, 5 boxes across, draw a line straight down. And the reason I do it this way and I don't print out calendars and stick them in is because I don't want it to get too chunky right at the beginning, because I quite like my Stalogy when it's laying nice and flat, so I try and keep it like that for a little while. Then slightly different going down, so for your height of the boxes you need 6 little boxes. So if you use the timeline, then between 10:30 and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 6, yeah. At 1:30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And when I'm saying the times, I mean this timeline down the side here. Draw a line across. And then 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the other thing I like about this is that there is actually enough space to write a good few amounts of plans in here. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you've got then 5 across and 6 down on each of your boxes, and they're all evenly spaced. And I'm going to do exactly the same thing on this side. And again, you can match up your lines this side to that side when you're doing more than one. So it just makes it really simple. And it really does only take a few minutes to draw them out. It's the dating part that I find takes a little bit longer. But again, once you're on a roll and you're kind of... I like to use a phone or something just to cross-check the dates and make sure I'm putting the dates in the right place. But then that is it. That is your grid. So what I do, I'll show you, is Rebel Ink give you a little symbol. So I put my little symbol in that box. I lie, I don't normally do it like this at all. I've drawn all the way along and I didn't mean to. Some tutorial, hey. Here's me trying to be all professional and look like I know what I'm doing. I'm just going to Tipp-Ex out the lines because it's my planner, so it really doesn't matter. But when you do yours, don't forget that if you want a column down that side, then you just need to leave the horizontal lines. So the only other thing I do is I do put Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday across the top. But these ones from Rebel Ink are too long for a Stalogy, and most day covers are too long for that. So what I do is, I haven't actually got any at the minute, so I'm going to order some, is I get these smaller ones. So this is like a hand-drawn months sheet, and you can get it in days as well. I might well have some, but I don't know where they are right now. But I use these ones, so they say Manchu Wed Fry Sat Sun, yeah, so it's only like the 3-letter abbreviations, and then I put those along the top here. There's also room for washi tape at the top, and a thinner washi, like one of the, you know, like the 5mm ones. They fit nicely down the bottom too if you wanted to decorate with washi tape, which I usually do, but sometimes I forget and I just you know, left the calendar blank. But that is it, really. So I'm going to draw another one so you can see again. Now, this time you can see through the page, so you can see where my lines are. I am going to take you through it again, just in case you are following along and you can't, and you're like, what did you say? You went too fast. So, line across the top, leave one box at the top, and you're leaving one box spare on the left and 2 boxes spare on the right. And then this side you're mirroring, so you're going 2 boxes spare on the left and 1 box spare on the right, and drawing a line across the top. Don't forget to leave that gap at the top. Then go all the way down to the bottom except the last box, so leave 1 space at the bottom, and then do the same thing. All the way along. So line down to the bottom, leaving 1 space. Line down to the bottom, leaving 1 space. Then I create the box. If I could use a ruler, then that'd obviously be a straight line. And then I do the columns. So you go, this side you can see through, so I could just do the lines, but I'm going to show you. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boxes, draw a line and go top to bottom all the way down. Then count your boxes again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's after your 5th box. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 after your 5th box. And then do the same this side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 after the 5th box. And after a while, you start to see what 5 boxes looks like once you've done it a few times. It's about the width of my ruler actually as well. This is the Coffee Monsters Co ruler. I have it in black too. I wonder what I've done with that. Story of my life. Right, and then this time I'm going to do it properly. So on the left hand side, you're counting down 6 boxes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you want it after the 6th box. Or if you're using the timeline at 10:30, And you're only drawing a line across the right hand 3, and then that leaves you that column at the end, which is what I forgot to do last time because it's been a while. Then this line's at 1:30, and it's another 6 boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This line's at 4:30. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this line's at 7:30. So then I've got my 3 lots of equal boxes and a line down the side. Now, the only thing about this calendar is that sometimes you get those funny weeks where, like, the 1st and 2nd were a Saturday and a Sunday, like in July, and they don't quite fit on the month. So you have a couple of choices as to how you can, like, do your date dots, and I'll tell you what I do. Perhaps I'll show you in my old Stalogy, because I'm not going to sit and put the date dots in on camera because that's really boring for you guys, no matter how much I chat. So each one of those is 6 boxes, and then you've got your full monthly calendar. So in July, for example, it started on the 1st on a Saturday. These are the stickers that I mean. I'm going to try and get some more of these if I don't already have any. So I started one on the Saturday because there wasn't a Saturday for me to start earlier, and I went right through the month, and then I get to 30, but the 31st is the following Monday. So you can either then go back and put your 31 up there, or I roll it on to the next month, and then I just put my 31 there. So that's in August, and I find that much easier to cope with, having it just on the next page, because otherwise I'll be like 30th of June, and that's just how my brain works. But of course it's up to you what you want to do. And then I use my calendars for forward planning. So anything I've got coming up or anything I've got arranged goes into this section of my planner. And I am going to continue. And so that's August. I'll do September, October, etc. all the way up till June next year. And then that takes me into the main part of my planner. I hope this was helpful, and if you do have any questions, then let me know. Once I have finished all of my calendars, if you do want to see it in its entirety, I will come back on and show you it, or maybe I'll post it on Instagram or something. It's entirely up to you. Just let me know in the comments. But I hope that this was a bit useful to you. I am going to go away and do this in my own time because I'm pretty much done with filming for today, if I'm honest. I'm exhausted. But yeah, so I hope it was useful to you. And if you want to come back and see me again, hit the subscribe button down below. I would love to have you back. Thanks very much for joining me. Take care. Bye.